We are talking about how to create good, low-cost videos for your organization. Step one, get a dog. Right, Turtle? How are you gonna look? Good look, Turtle. Look. Let's discuss where to begin. Or maybe I should say why to begin. Look, if you haven't realized it already, YouTube is the #2 search engine next to Google proper. People are looking for answers there. Literally, they say in a recent study done in April by the Google Research Report that 67% of millennials believe they can find and learn anything they want from a YouTube search. So we really have to be thinking about our content as it relates to video. Just text alone is not cutting it anymore. Where do we start though? Well, it has to begin with the goal. What is the goal of our organization, and does it make sense for us to be creating video? Honestly, not everybody should have video, and that's fine, but I think a lot more organizations should be looking at it. With regard to a goal setting, are you trying to reach more people? Are you trying to inform, educate? Are you trying to sway people? The most common question we get is it better to have sort of, this low-cost video that's not very good, or one like really polished, shiny one? Like, how much effort do I put in? Does it hurt my reputation? Honestly, there's no great answer. It depends. We prefer, and we'll be talking about, a series approach where we have a series of videos that tell your organization's story or work toward your organization's mission. Maybe you're trying to do low-cost education for teachers in the field and you have a number of video series. Maybe you're doing a series like these where you're able to tell people how to approach different topics. At the heart of the content we create, there's one thing that matters. That thing is building an audience by delivering value to them. And you can unpack that in different ways, and sometimes it's helpful to look at some case studies. One I like to look at is invisiblepeople.tv. These guys are great because they actually went out into the field, had conversations with the stakeholders and the people they were trying to help to better tell the story of homelessness in America. Another one of my favorites, DoSomething.org. I spent a long time working there, and they use the power of celebrities and really fun public service announcement approaches to get teens to take action and also understand the different types of causes that they constantly put out there. And they were fantastic about using bloopers in every single part of a celebrity interaction. Another one that we can look at is in the animal world, the Pet Collective. And the Pet Collective is able to constantly show videos of rescue makeovers of dogs to get people interested in the topic. Now, not everybody has got, basically the talent to do this, but it hopefully gets you start to think about what types of content you could create, not just once, but on an ongoing basis. So how do we make Whole Whale TV? This doesn't cost us a ton of money, but there are some elements that go into it. Obviously, you have to get the talent in the room, but we start off with a plan. So for this one, I have a presentation, I can look at it, and I can go through it. We can turn that into a Prezi. So Prezi.com, super useful tool, lets us do these cool swipey animations. You're probably looking at one right now. Next, the actual equipment. You'll notice right here is a lav. Audio is crucial. I'm just kidding. If you can't hear anything, it doesn't really matter, and that's what dooms, I think, a lot of not so good or good videos in terms of considering quality. Another big piece is you need a DSLR camera that has got video capability, run a mic into it, and we use a Canon EOS T5i. Then we're dealing with the set and stage. So right now, it's decent lighting. We've got a backdrop that's consistent, and we make sure the lighting's more or less balanced in the room. Finally, we can move into the finer pieces. The intro and outro that you saw with a little animation coming in, well, that is a little bit of polish that we did with a third-party contractor who did it once, and then we can reuse it again and again and again. Just a small investment in somebody helping with an intro and outro can really add a lot of polish to your videos. One tip for getting this done is going on a site called Fiverr, and you can do a search for video animation or video animators with a whole bunch of people in this marketplace willing to do this for $5. You'll probably need to spend a little bit more, but you can contract with somebody that you like after you found something that works. Finally, music. Music matters. It's fun, it keeps the energy lively, and it increases the value of the production. So maybe you don't have the talented actors, or in this case, actresses, that help us make Whole Whale TV. Well, in that case, you can actually use screen recording tools and actually do voiceovers. So when we cut away and look at such tools like the QuickTime Screen Recorder, if you have a Mac, that's for free. run good audio over that, and suddenly that's a decent video if you get intro and outro. Another one that's web-based is called Screener. Adobe Captivate is a $29 a month one. And finally, Camtasia lets you do very active sort of walkthroughs of video presentations that can be training guides or walkthroughs of your website. It costs about $299. It's software that you download, and that's probably a bit of a higher end use, but really can make great video tutorials that you can narrate and play around with arrows and whatnots. An alternative to that can be a fun animation. Now, warning, like as easy as any of the websites I'm about to tell you claim to make it, animation takes time, it takes creativity, and no matter what, you need a content plan. You're trying to make short, effective videos. But here's a list of some that you can play with. Video at about either $9 to $39 a month. There's another one called Movely, $9 to $25 a month. There's also a free option you can play with. Go Animate, $50 a month. Animoto, which is more focused on like a photo animation. So if you have a bunch of photos and you're trying to lay them out pretty nicely, those are helpful. Now, I'm gonna put an asterisk here just because there's always a chance that these folks go out of business. They go in and out of business all the time, but there's always going to be these types of, hey, quick animations that you can do, move back and forth. It takes time. YouTube is a great place to find resources, as you can imagine. You can go to youtube.com/creators and see all of the creative stuff that they have for people that are creating videos online. Also, youtube.com/nonprofits. They have examples and also will let you add great links and extra resources to your videos through YouTube cards. And they've got an online YouTube editor, so for editing videos. No matter what the editor you choose, we happen to use Adobe Premiere. Another popular one is Final Cut. It's just gonna take time. Some are slightly easier, but you know what? That moves to our final suggestion, which is get a video intern. Look for your local college, post it on Idealist, post it into networks, find somebody who can help. If you are looking for more YouTube resources, we've got how to measure your YouTube videos right here, and another one that is how to actually promote your videos so they get some more views. It's one thing if you create it, but you know, if a tree falls on a YouTube video in the forest and nobody sees it, well, that doesn't make any sense. You can also subscribe. Subscribe. Let's go with subscribe.